I've been there already.
All right, I'm going to read a statement, and afterwards, turn it over to my attorney, Catherine Sass, for any questions you may have. Hell! That's not the statement. For the past 20 years, my wife, Evie, and I have been the victims of criminal activities perpetrated by a small network of individuals who are out to destroy us personally, professionally, and financially. This network of individuals is manipulating the banking system and the criminal justice system for the purposes of sabotaging our credit and our credibility. 3 of these individuals are Hollywood lawyers and a business manager, all of whom I hired 20 years ago to handle my legal and business affairs. They are Alan Wattenmaker, my former estate planner, Warren Grant, my former business manager, and Lloyd Braun, my ex-attorney. These 3, along with a few others whose professional services I've engaged over the years, have conspired together to steal my property, my money, and with the aid of specific individuals at 2 major studios, Bruce Berman certainly being one, have gained access to my royalties revenue streams. These people have been able to do these things through the creation of a phony probate file, phony living trusts, secret bank accounts, fake loans, bogus corporations, smear campaigns, and false arrests of my wife and me. They have been aided and abetted in their schemes by the entertainment division of City National Bank's Roxbury branch in Beverly Hills. This particular branch is a major financial hub for the entire Hollywood industry, with the cooperation of certain individuals within City National's entertainment division. Business managers, lawyers, and agents have been able to misappropriate my assets, life insurance policy, and royalties through various client trust accounts and bogus loans taken out in my name without my knowledge. The president of the bank's estate planning division told my wife that the bank prefers dead actors because they don't get in the way. These former employees of mine have further reached out to their relatives and contacts in Santa Barbara County to take civil disputes and turn them into criminal complaints against us. To be clear, we did not defraud an innkeeper, and we did not trespass on our own property. Up until a year ago, Evie and I had never had any run-in with the law whatsoever. We are not criminals, nor are we fugitives from justice, nor are we crazy. We are simply artists and filmmakers who are being racketeered on.
Alright, so one thing I want y'all to understand is this. This is the real David Friedman, president of F&F Realty and in the greater Chicago area. Now, this is the issue. I'm going to refresh this page because I want y'all to know that I sent him an email and it was said pending. Now it's no longer pending, right? So you go to president and you go to the actual company where people search, people's results. Each one of these links, and this is one with an actual picture, right? Watch what it tells me when I click the profile. Profile out of your network. A profile out of your network have limited liability. To see more profiles, build your network with valuable connections. Of course, I have no valuable connections. So apparently, if anybody knows how this works with LinkedIn, if y'all know how to have a certain profile because I want to know who these people are. I just find it kind of odd that even when you go to, let's just say, this chick over here or that person here, Chester, when you go to his profile, general manager of the Holiday Inn Express, you see that? F&F Realty, experience, featured skill and endorsement, interest. You see that? Of course, his interest is going to be IHG because it's a continental hotel group, owns many hotels, including the Crown Plaza. Crown Plaza is not an individual company. They're considered a host of such. Now, F&F Realty, he's the attorney. A lot of people don't know that. He has his own real estate real estate company, and he's an attorney also. So being that he's the manager of of speaking his first name, Crown Plaza. If he's the manager of Crown Plaza, of course, when you hear about the stories about the officers being fired for not covering up, well, trust me, this particular individual protects the hotel. It is his job to protect the hotel, and he already has, the connections with different people. Just to prove my theory about these profiles, I'm going to click everybody over here. See that? Crown Plaza. I can click all these people's names, right? And they still work there. So the next step we need to do is reach these people any kind of way we can. And if you notice here, 204, I'm assuming this is the friends they have. But when you go to David E. Freeman or M. Freeman, forget the middle initial. Let's just first and last. Let's keep it like that. First name, last name. Okay, anyway, David Freeman. When you look at this, you only see one. And no information. Now, here we go.
I want to see her literally actually walking into this freezer.
Kenneka Jenkins' mother wants to see it to believe it. But now we know that will not happen. According to the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, there is...
Now I want to explain something to y'all. Let's go back. Because I'm going to show y'all that... Goodness.
No.
Hold on. Let me bag up. Let me blow this out. I want to show y'all something. Alright. Y'all got to understand something before I play the video. CBS, the all CNI. CBS, just like NBC, Fox, all these different companies, they are owned by Viacom. Jewish people run media. And this is what I say. When people get to talking about the white man knows it's deeper than the white man because you ain't afraid of the white man, but tell you something else about the white man is afraid of the Jew. The people who actually run media. See, you gotta understand that the media does things like Hollywood. They have a movie. They use facial expressions. I'm gonna give y'all a good example. All right, ESPN. All right. Let me show y'all something. All right. I'm a Cowboys fan, but we're just gonna use an example. All right. You see this picture? This is Ezekiel Elliott, right? Notice that they keep showing the picture of him looking mean. It's the identity of making him look like a monster. Like, look at his face. Look at his eyes. Look at the evilness of the guy. And this is what they do. Let me show you something else. Ezekiel Elliott. See, I'm gonna thoroughly break this shit down. I'm not playing around with y'all. I toyed with y'all the last couple of videos. Let me show y'all what I mean. Alright. CBS Sports. I'm looking for a picture. Let's see, Sports Day. It's another case. Alright, receives injunction. Okay. Let's use ESPN. Cause it seems like everybody else, I can't really find a picture. Alright. Let me go to images. I'll find it. Images. Alright. Now see. You see how they show the picture with him smiling? Now let's find out what the article is about. Let's get in there. Focus. Alright, cool. Now we're gonna visit the website where this photo come from, right? This is YouTube. Elliott suspension appeal here today in New York. Alright? And that's what they do. They play on your emotions. They use a photo. So when you go back to this news program here, no, I want to get into that, but not right now. What happened? Okay. I'll go back
I
in.
want
All
to
right, so look at how they do. They open it up like a movie. The mom is talking to you, right?
see her literally actually walking into this freezer.
Kenneka Jenkins' mother wants to see it to believe it, but now we know that will not happen.
You see how they use her face? Like the sad look. Not the happy face that they were using, but check it out.
According to the Crown Plaza Hotel in Rosemont, there is no video of Kenneka Jenkins walking into a freezer. We do see Kenneka walking in this lower...
Now, one thing you gotta ask is, why is this video without the red boxes? And what are the red boxes about? Well, people could say that's editing, that's camera zoom or whatever. That's another story.
Level kitchen in the hotel. She stumbles, turns the corner, and then she goes out of frame. But then she's captured here by another camera stumbling in the kitchen.
No one.
And if you noticed, it looked like she was moving in slow motion when she come out the kitchen area.
From Crown Plaza Hotel responds to her.
Video time codes.
Now, I want y'all to notice something. This is the footage right here. And if you look back there, that is the stairway that brings her from the conference room. If I'm correct, that's what I remember. But look at how she's just leaning up against the wall, and look at how they had to play it in fast motion.
Appear to show Kenneka roaming the hotel for more than an hour. First,
now, another thing I want y'all to catch. Goodness, I can't fucking fast forward and rewind like I want to. Alright? Pay attention to the clock. We'll do it this way. Pay attention to the clock.
In the kitchen.
No one from Crown Plaza Hotel responds to her.
Look at the clock they're going to put up top. And count the seconds and look at how her body's moving fast.
Video time codes appear to show Kenneka roaming the hotel for more than an hour. First, Kenneka is walking with friends. There's a time gap, and then she's later seen by herself. At one point, she stumbles out of an elevator. Later, she repeatedly hits the wall walking down a hallway.
We will get to the bottom of it. We will only go to where the facts lead us.
Last week...
Now, what y'all gotta understand is, attorneys, judges, they get paid to lie. And they also get paid to tell the truth. See, some truths can be lies, and some lies could be truth in court. It's a game of cat and mouse. So you gotta understand is these two guys could be all in it with her. All three of these people could be about a big payday, which they all will eventually get. It's just only a matter of time. It's all about timing. You see what I'm saying? That's why this autopsy thing, we have to wait. But I'm going to show y'all something else.
Attorneys for Kenneka's family said they would be conducting their own independent investigation.
Why are y'all conducting an independent investigation and not doing it now? And ask yourself this. There's thousands of people across the world who have seen these videos. Why hasn't her mother or these attorneys said that we think something is wrong with the tape? But they just said, we want the real tape. We want the real tape. We want the real tape. Show us the whole thing. And I'm like, do y'all understand that if y'all believe it's being edited and something is being covered up, we should stop saying that it's this guy, it's that guy. They're not for to arrest nobody. Because remember, if it's being edited, they already know who it is. That's why they're being edited out. It's a purpose for that. So they know who did it. They got the suspects. They got questionable motives to arrest somebody. But they just said, let's remove the guys. We don't want a murder investigation. We just want a death investigation.
Today, attorney Larry Rogers Jr. toured the hotel for about an hour.
Larry Rogers Jr. Who is Larry Rogers Jr.? Let's find out. Give me a second. All right. That's the attorney's name, right? All right, then. Now, I'm not going to play the video. Everybody's seen the video of somebody that walked through the kitchen, toured, or whatever. Now, remember, he said he done it. But was that him holding the camera? And was that him? Because trust me, if you're an attorney, if you toured the hotel, why you didn't go to the kitchen? But wait, there's more.
A hotel spokesperson says Rogers took pictures inside, asked questions, and walked in all of the areas that video shows Kenneka walking.
Walked in all the areas of the video that shows Kenneka walking. So you only just went to the parts that we've seen, not the kitchen. Remember, if there's no place, if there's the place where, like the entire kitchen where the freezer is, he said he only toured where it was on the video we seen. He never went inside the actual freezer or where the freezer is, and trust me, he should have a picture of that freezer. You're an attorney. You have a right to tour the entire place. The kitchen is not a place where you can't go. But anyway, we got more. So here we go. Here goes the juicy stuff. This is Manta. Manta. If y'all don't know what Manta is, Google. All right, so here we go. F&F Realty. It is a real company. There is a real business. This is the address, and this is the number. Now, what happened was I had ad blocker on Google Chrome. I'm going to show you what it does when I put the ad blocker on. Okay, it's able to let me show the number. Simple, right? Now, watch this. I'm going to refresh the page, right? It's not going to show me that phone number. See that? Now, watch this. I'm going to cut my ad blocker on. You see that? Boom. It's on, right? Protection of this website. All right. I'm going to refresh the page. Hit show. See that? View contact information. F&F LTE is a privately held company in Skokie, Illinois headquarters. You see that? So I'm going to hit it again because the ad blocker just went into place. You see that? Let me focus in so you can see it. Focus, 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 focus. Focus now. Thank you for using Manta. We have detected that you're using an ad blocker. Please whitelist us and refresh the page so we can provide this information. Now, that's not nothing really. It's not really a big deal. And I'm not going to get into the VPN thing, which I got a VPN, private internet access, but it's not on. So, I'm not going to say that. As you can see here again, I'm going to refresh the page. I hit show number. It's going to show the number. Now, that's the phone number. They're open from 9 to 5. Tomorrow, I plan on giving them a call. So, come back later for that tomorrow. I have to get up a little bit because, I work overnight. So, when they open at 9, I'll be asleep. I'm going to try to catch them before they close. I think I think Illinois is on the same central time zone I'm on. But anyway. So this is the actual address. If people really want to protest, you take your ass there because that's who's the manager of Crown Plaza, which he's also an attorney too, like I stated. Heritage Realtor Broker is also affiliated with this guy. And as you can see here, Heritage Realtor Broker, David F. Black. I'm going to see because I'm not logging into Facebook. So let's hit the about section. I'm going to show you something about this. Not the reviews. Wrong button there. Long Beach, California. Alright. Now he's affiliated with these people too. He's their attorney. Let's continue. We also got an actual map of where the place is located. As you can see here. This is where it is. Alright. Let's get our zoom. Let's get the satellite thing going. Alright, there goes the business. Alright. Let's take the little orange homeboy, little Donald Trump here. Let's sit him over here in front of the company. Alright. Turn around. Every now and then I get a little bit sick of all this bullshit that they doing. Okay, 5,005. As you can see here, this is the company. That's exactly what it looks like. Now, let me tell y'all something. Is this supposed to be a reflection? Because it looks like a car that's on the curb, right? That's just something I just noticed, right? This car is supposed to be seen on the street. Am I right? Or is that a see-through glass parking spot? I don't know. But when you turn this around, where the fuck is that car? You see? Is that... Let's see. Can we zoom in? Let's zoom in. That look like a parking spot. That look like a see-through glass. That's weird. That's fucking weird. It look like a see-through glass, but that don't look like the inside of a place she parked. That looks like a glass of the building, and it's like a reflection. But where is that reflection? Where is this car? Where is the car? That is so scary. You gotta keep in mind, this is Google Incorporated. You see this? Google. Now, what I want you to also understand is this. I Googled David M. Freeman, Crown Plaza. And this is what comes up. Let's look at the guy's face, because I'm going to show y'all who he is. This is David M. Freeman. This is him. Focus. Without focus, it's just noise. Okay, here we go. That's David M. Freeman right here. This is the guy. Alright? Now, of course, he's not a suspect, but he should have been the one that had the first thing to say. Alright? As you can see here, no other picture of her. And what's funny is you can see pictures of Donald Trump. So then you got to ask yourself, who is this guy? Why is this photo coming up? Well, they have the same name. And what's odd is that they pretty much are supposed to be the same age, I think, between age of 56 and 59. They're supposed to be the same exact first and last name. And we all know Donald Trump is affiliated with Chicago because he has a Trump Tower Plaza. And this is something that just hit me. Let me see something. I wonder who owns the Trump Plaza. Is it just strictly Donald Trump? Let's find out. I'm doing this on the fly now. I'm kind of freestyling a little bit here. All right, bam. We got Atlantic City, New Jersey, Boardwalk, number room 906, gaming space 91,000 square feet. Owner, Trump Entertainment Resorts, Trump Plaza Associates, licensing holder. All right, here we go. Trump Entertainment Resorts, bam. Founded 1995, defunct 2006 years ago, so he actually renewed everything. But it's still an affiliated ownership of the company, I'm assuming. Okay, there go the parent company right there. That's what you want to know right there. Goodness, I got a bad focus. Okay, yeah, it's Con Enterprises, all right? What is Econ Enterprises? Who owns it? What is it about? And these are things that you got to be familiar with. You know, the conglomerate, which is the industry called. The number of employees. So this is actually a business. And as you can see here, an American conglomerate company headquartered at General Motors building in New York City. The company has investments in various industries, including auto parts, energy, metal, rail cars, casino, food packaging, real estate, home fashion. The company is currently controlled by an investor called Ichcan. Who is called Ichcan? See, these are things you have to go deeper and to understand that there are so many people affiliated with this hotel that is doing the cover-up. Remember what Randy Quaid says, these corporations are this is what runs America. It's not a fucking president. It's not the white man. It's deeper than that. The corporations run everything, including your presidents. They run shit. Bankers, all this shit. Like dude just said in the video, he's exposed it. And that's why he's not involved with Hollywood anymore. They call him crazy. Most people are calling me crazy now. Let's continue. An investor, American investor, business magnate. He is the founder and majority shareholder of Ichcan Enterprises, a diversified conglomerate holding company based in New York City, formerly known as American Real Estate Partners. He is the chairman of Federal Mogul, an American developer, manufacturer, and supplier of powertrain components and vehicle safety products. In December 2016, incoming U.S. see that T word, incoming U.S. President Donald Trump asked Ichcan to serve as a special advisor on financial regulations within his administration. Ichcan stepped down from the role in 2007 of August. Today is the 20th. When you see this video, it's uploaded on the 20th, okay? From his role, and it might be the 21st because I got to go to work and I have to edit this and add different parts together so you can get a full, long video because it's needed. So anyway, in advance of an article, the New York Magazine highlighting his conflicts of interest, okay? Now, what does that mean? Well, they found out he's affiliated with the president and he steps down because it's a conflict of interest due to his, his business. So here we go. Special advisor to the president, regulatory reform, All right, as you can see here, position established, succeeded by, of course, it's vacant because nobody has been able to replace him. You see his age, 81. When you got 81-year-old people that's running a company and an enterprise, a conglomerate, so to speak, these are the billionaires that they don't talk about. There's thousands of billionaires across the world. And we sit back and talk about people like Jerry Jones, he's probably like number 900 and something out of all the billionaires. And then you talk about people like Dr. Dre, who's probably like number 1,000 or 1,200 on the billionaire Forbes list. Because just because you hear people like Puffy and they making $300, $400 million, do you understand that there's the top 20 billionaires in the world who look at Puffy pockets and say, okay, I got that at home in my drawer. I got his entire wealth in my dresser drawer compared to what I got. Just like when those millionaires that worth 200 million or 50 million, like Birdman might be worth about close to 100. Because he's looking at people like you and say, I got what you got in your pocket in my pocket. What you've made off your whole entire life of working, 20 years, I got that at home in my safe. Y'all follow me, right? All right, let's go back because I want to get that out the way. All right, so now that we got the idea of what we Google, we don't really find shit on David M. Freeman. And when you do Google David Freeman, let's just take the M off. I don't want to mislead y'all. Let's take the M off. All right, let's take the M off. We'll do it this way. You see that? You get this guy's face over and over and over, right? You see that? Now, I did a video the other day. He's the ambassador of Israel. I got it wrong. But I may have got it right. And maybe there's a cover-up because the connection to these people in Chicago and these different conglomerates and these corporations that really run the city, because niggas don't run Chicago. The mob has always been a part of Chicago's history. From Al Capone and all these different people, they have always been in control of the state of Illinois, not just the state of Illinois, but, Chicago in general. Look at that, David Freeman, the ambassador of Israel, and he's affiliated with Donald Trump. So you got to really ask yourself, man, like, what's really going on with these corporations? Do they all know each other? Is the guy that we think because you look at Dave Freeman, you can't really find no picture of the guy. The one I just showed you in the very beginning when I said this is him. How they got the same last name and they supposed to be the same people? Like where they supposed to be? One is supposed to be running the Crown Plaza, and when you type in Crown Plaza, the only picture you get is that and the other picture right there. You see that? That's David Freeman. And I'm going to do this and we're going to roll out. Oh, I ain't meant to do the picture. Hold on, y'all. Oh, my bad. All right, here. Gas price pain pumps up energy because conversation efforts at small firms. You see this? David Freeman credits the gas price with saving him money in the long run. It spurred his property management company. See, he's a property management manager too. As you can see, he's a 59-year-old president of Skokie-based F&F Realty, which manages the hotel and has annual revenue about $7.5 million. Before we go, ladies and gentlemen, this man makes $7.5 million annually, and he ain't got no information on his LinkedIn account. You don't think the corporations are hiring this for Bill Murray's restaurant, which is under construction in the hotel? You don't think so? I got some more for you. Alright, so here we go. We found out who this is, and we got into that. Now, who owns Crown Plaza? Intercontinental Hotel Groups, they own Crown Plaza. It is a British multinational hotels company headquartered in Denham, UK, which is the United Kingdom. IHG has over 766,000 rooms and 5,174 hotels across nearly 100 countries. Its brands include Candlewood Suites, Crown Plaza, Even Hotels, Holiday Inn Express, Hotel Indigo, Luxe, I'm assuming that's how you say it. Intercontinental, Kempton Hotel and Resorts, Staybridge Suites. Of the 5,171 hotels, 4,321 operate under franchise agreements. 845 are managed by the company but separately owned, and 8 are directly owned. Now, if you've been following me when I spoke about the conspiracies and all this crap, when I was telling y'all about Holiday Inn, which is by my city, which is by the airport. It's located. Matter of fact, I'm gonna pull that up because I don't want to be telling y'all shit that don't exist. I'm spelling it all fucking wrong. I'm in a error just to show y'all shit. All right, see this? When I was working there, it was called the Memphis Airport Inn. Okay. Let me show y'all something. All right. See photos. Okay. You see this? Now, people in Memphis, if you see this video, I want you to make a comment and tell people this is not what it looked like. About 7 years ago, it did not look like this. Kenny! I'm gonna let my son tell y'all. He's in the back. He playing video game. Kenny, come here right quick. Come here. I need you to be a part of the video real quick. I'm not gonna put you on camera. We just gonna talk about something. Now, he don't know what's going on, so I'm just gonna ask him. Kenny, can you see this hotel, don't you?
Yeah.
What that hotel look like?
Exclusive hotel?
No. What that hotel look like? Remember that hotel?
When your car got broken in?
Yeah, my car got broken into, right? Mm-hmm. What happened on that? That's what happened on my first day doing security there, right?
Yeah.
All right. Remember what I told you? What else? Remember what else happened when I was there doing security there? With somebody else? What happened with somebody else when I was there? Do you remember?
Yeah.
Remember the girl got her car broken into?
Yeah.
All right. What happened? Remember I told you? I just showed up and the girl said that a car got broken into, but they only had security from 9 to 5. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Then I come in at 9. Then I said, well, I'm going to start riding around in my car. Remember that? Because what we found out, cameras don't work. Right here, the cameras used to be in this corner right here, dead in the center where I got focus at. Used to be cameras up there. And there used to be a camera right there. And there used to be a camera out here in the front. But they didn't work. You see that camera right there? That camera's brand new. You see that? That's one of them cameras with the tinted ball around it. You see that? Mm-hmm. They finally got a camera there. This right here is what they call the conference area. This is the same shit. Holiday Inn is owned by this company, right? IHG, International Hotel Group. Intercontinental Hotel Group. They own Crown Plaza and they own Holiday Inn. And the Holiday Inn Express, and they own Staybridge Suites, Candlewood Suites. Candlewood Suites is in South Haven, right? We got that out the way. My son, he went back and it cut off when I was talking about these divisions or whatever. But that's that. We got that out the way. So now let's get into who owns Intercontinental Hotels. Now the reason I'm doing this, see, I remember Mike, and shout out to Mike Larry. You know what I'm saying? He actually said some important shit. The boring job is the nerd. I'm the nerd. I want to research everything where it could trace back to who did what and what, you know, who owns what, who's in control of this, who's control of that. This is how you find out how deep these corporations go. It's like the middleman, and then the man that's over the middleman. So I told y'all, Jewish people control the media, they control sports, they control entertainment, Hollywood, and everything in between, from news to CNN, Fox, CBS, NBC, all that shit, BT. Remember, if you old school like me, not old school, I'm 35, but if you like me, when you were young, BT, let me take a sip of this water. Cotton mouth, pause. Okay, yeah, where we at? Let's do a 360 so I can show y'all exactly what this place is on the corner. Now, this is the airport hotel. This is the hotel I used to do security at. Of course, all of this has been added on, like this whole little thing here. It's been kind of remodeled a little bit. But it's the same exact layout, the same little thing with the bus stop area right here. Now, I'm going to show y'all something. Let's go around here, this way. You'll see these cars being parked right here. I did security over here. Now, the problem was this. It's completely gated in. This is always locked. I'm responsible for making sure that's locked. And what it does, the gates are only so high to where you can really jump these gates. Like, that ain't shit. You know, a 10-year-old could jump that gate. You know what I'm saying? My car, because, you know, what the original post orders were to stand in front of the building and be visible. And there's a golf cart where you drive around. Now, we notice how big, and there's one officer. So keep that in mind. Now, the problem was this. Is you see how long this building is? And it's not just that. You got that building and you got a backside building where some extra shit. And that particular part of the building was empty. Now, it might be full now, but it was empty at one point. All right, now follow me. We're still going back here. We're not all the way back here yet. Now, this is, I think, DeVry, or is that Remington College? I think it's Remington College over here. You got Remington College over there. Now, this is the back of the hotel right here. All right. This gate is also locked. So there's no way to get in a vehicle unless you break the fence. So in between there, you got like a little alleyway with a fountain. I think, if I can remember, a fountain. But I know this back end, all of this was shut down, was closed, empty. Nobody was living there. And as it looks now, this is how it always looked. As you can see, there's nothing back here. All these cars will park here. Now, I would notice shit like certain type of, you know, business cars would come there. And they would just, and my car, when our car got broken into, my car was parked right there where that blue car is. It wasn't even that far. But if I parked from this angle, I couldn't see my car if I'm sitting over here in front of the door. And I was probably there 2 hours. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of hotels. You got the courtyard, you got different shit over here. Like this long little strip, you got different hotels, different companies, and shit like that. So when you scroll over here, right, I'm going to show you something. As you can see here, this is the front door. Can I zoom in? All right, so we got, let me show you if I can zoom in the best way I can. All right, as you can see, this is the door. This is the lower level where people can pull in and park, and not park, but come down here. You can loop around in a circle, if I can remember. You like come through, two cars can come through this way, back and forth. All right, so up here is where you will have a ramp. As you can see here, the ramp that takes you up, and you will park here. Now, I want to get inside this hotel like you can do the other one, the whatchamacallit. Can I get a 360 inside the hotel? Is that possible? I want to take you inside this hotel I want this security for, to show you what it looked like. Okay, here we go. You see this? This is the hotel. This is the middle. Yeah, they did a lot of remodeling. This shit didn't look like this when I first was doing security here. Now remember this. This is where you got like certain events because it's wide open area. They just have little conferences in the open. The rooms are like visible just like that. Yeah, this is the bar area. Yeah, it's another lobby. That's the lobby. Over here is where the offices would be. These are the little, rooms or whatnot. As you can see, this is the outside area where, different little spots on the outside. But there's something I want to show y'all. Alright. This is the hallways. This is what the hallways look like, okay? Yeah, and this is where the front door is, the ramp, as you can see. Alright. That's what it looks like at night, right there. And I think one of these cars would be like, the ones that pick you up or whatever. But like I said, it didn't look like this. It was just the airport hotel, or Memphis Airport Hotel. The Holiday Inn had nothing to do with the company. Now, what was funny to me is that when you... Hold on 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 second. How many pictures they got? Okay, that's it. That's the exercise room, of course. Here goes the front desk. Alright, this is what I want y'all to see. Now, as security, I'm responsible for going back here and checking in every hour on a radio, doing a radio check for everyone. That was the original post orders. They altered the post orders due to the fact that people got their cars broken into more than any type of shit that was going on the inside. A lot of stuff was going on the outside. You had fights going on. You had people breaking in people's cars. One car got stolen. And two things happened on my watch. My car got broken into on the first day. Somebody else's car got broken into on the third week. But I didn't come to work until 9. The car got broken into before I showed up. The company wasn't the Holiday Inn yet. It was the airport hotel. But apparently they had some type of affiliation with the Holiday Inn, because it used to be Holiday Inn and they changed the Memphis Airport Hotel and they went back to Holiday Inn apparently. So they had the money, they just wasn't going to pay the company. And I'm not going to reveal the company I used to work for because that puts me in the middle of exposing the company. So, but people that know me, they know the company it was. So the company was getting, they got the account. The idea was you paid the account that you actually got, the company, the security company, you pay the security company, then the security company pays me as I work. So that's like a bi-weekly issue. It was $10 an hour. It was 50 hours a week. It was 10 hours. It was 9 to 5. So that's like what, is that 9 hours? How many hours is that? That's 10 hours, 9, I'm losing count. I'm tripping. That's 8 hours, I think. Forgive me for my calculation. Yeah, 8 hours. But sometimes they'll be like, if you can stay to 6, you can. If you stay to 7, if you want. But you can get off at 5 if you want. But if you want to stay in an extra couple of hours, you can. So what I did was I took advantage of the fact that I could stay to 7 a.m. I stuck around to like on the slick side. I stayed to like 6 and clocked that on my phone at 7. But don't tell nobody. So I did that. So I was getting like an extra 10 hours a week. So that's 50 hours a week. And I was getting 10 hours of overtime every week, which added up to 20 every paycheck. So what happens is this particular desk, there was the same person that worked every night I worked. It was Monday through Friday. One person, because they have cameras right there in front. You see that little black thing right here? She watches the camera all night. I'm not responsible for watching the camera. That could have been in the post orders where I watched the camera, but I didn't. Now, this is not this is not a real big, I guess you could say it's not really upscale, because a lot of people don't come here. They come to the other ones like the Marriott, the Hilton, and all the other crap. But what I'm saying is the security, every security job is not the same for every hotel. Some hotels have different post orders. Some security will sit there with the clerk. Some security will be in this back room where a lot of paperwork is done and stuff like that. And then some of them will have security walk around. I wasn't. My job was not to walk around. My job was to sit in front, be visible when people come in, and make sure they come in and make sure they come out. That's my job. If people need to get acquainted, as far as like walking to their car, I walk into their car, stuff like that. That's my job. In the long run, after I got my car broken into and I realized what's going on, they altered the post orders. They were okay with altering the post orders. I stayed outside. I didn't ride that golf cart because the golf cart was slow. So what I did was I sat in my car, got me a security sticker, put it on my door. I rode around. It gave me more ways to be visible. And I noticed every single night there was multiple cars that would zoom and come around and circle and circle and circle. And they were obviously trying to see who car they can break into. And it wasn't that many cars, but if it was a whole bunch of cars, it would be kind of hard and difficult to catch up with everybody. Sometimes you would have events, and that would be where they would try to take advantage of it. Being that I was in my car, I was able to move around the parking lot a lot more faster. But I'm always seeing, I saw suspicious shit every night. I saw one guy jump the gate as I was coming around the corner. He jumps the gate and run, and the shit was crazy. But I was just giving y'all a good idea of what it's like to do security in a hotel, and being that this is a 4-star hotel in Crowne Plaza, there's no telling what type of security they have, and I can't find out if they have their own security or if there's a company that does security for them. I will reveal the phone call I had with them, but they said they couldn't tell us that it was confidential information. So I couldn't get that information at all. If anybody got that information, it'd be nice if y'all could share it with us. I'm not going to talk about the Twitter account. Of course, they're harassing them on the Twitter, but they're only doing it via replies because they're not showing the tweets, if that makes sense. You know what I'm saying? People are tweeting them, of course. I know they are, but they're not going to show the tweets and replies. They're only going to show what they tweet. And I guess they got a way where they don't show you actually tweeting them. So it's only their tweets, and you only could reply, if that makes sense. But anyway, and one more thing I want to show y'all. And this will be it. The owners of Intercontinental Hotel Group, there's a chairman and a CEO. Christopher Marshall, the chairman, Keith Barr, the CEO. So who are these people? Who the hell is that? Is that your mom? Kenny, your mama here? Hold on, y'all. Alright, so here we go. Christopher Marshall. And to show you how I got here, let's double check something, because I don't want to mislead nobody. Alright. Alright, hold on one second, y'all. Yeah, I was just about to mislead y'all. So let me get it right. Yeah. Is that the Christopher Marshall I'm looking for? I don't think that's it. That's not it. This Christopher Marshall dude. I can't find the chairman. Where the chairman at? Well, you don't got a LinkedIn account. You know what I'm saying? Board our leadership, chairman. The board is responsible for ensuring. Alright, here we go. Okay, these are the faces I want to see. Chairman. Alright, we got let me move this out the way. We got Patrick Saul. Oh, this is how you say his name. Non-executive chairman, CEO, CFO, NED. Damn, Christopher Marshall's not on this list. Christopher Marshall's not on this list. Why is he listed as the chairman? That's strange. Let me see the executive committee. This is crazy. So Christopher Marshall, the chairman of the company has nothing to do. Like, we can't find no information on this guy. That's weird, man. You know, how these people are hard to find information on. Anyway, we do got Keith Barr, man. That's crazy. The chairman, you can't find no information on none of these people. You Google the actual company they work for and the position they hold. Anyway, Keith Barr, CEO, Intercontinental Hotels. As you can see here, there's something weird about this. It's education. You only see college. Where did he go to high school at? You see that? How you got a LinkedIn account with no high school fucking diploma? And then your recommendation is this. And guess who this is? Vice President, Investments and Advisory Services, National Hospitality Group, Marcus and Millsap, NHG board member. Trust me, man, a lot of these people look out for each other, man. Companies on top of companies, investors on top of investors, man. I had the pleasure of working with Keith while at 6 continents. Is 6 continent on your shit? Nope. Not at all. Let's see. 6 continents. 6 continents is nowhere, and I mean nowhere on his LinkedIn account. That's funny to y'all? And he's from, from the UK. Dude from the UK just come right over here and just, let's see. Keith is good at blah, 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 blah. Hospitality, tourism, opening hotels, leisure, menu development, rooms, resorts, restaurants. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Restaurants. All right, here we go. Resort manager at the hotel. Hospitality, food and retail. Got red flag. Restaurants. And catering. And put that in perspective. Director, consultant services, resort manager, hotel, Indigo Valley. Yeah. Food and beverage. Hold on. Restaurant management. See that? Boom, boom, boom. See? CEO of the actual company that runs, Crown Plaza. I just thought I'd show y'all that. But, as far as this shit down here with dude talking about, I had the pleasure of working with him at 6 continents. And then he put / Intercontinental Hotels Group while we both were under the great leadership of Steve Porter. I'm not going to look that guy up. But it's the reason they mentioned him. Because that man got power. Keith is a true professional and an expert in the hospitality industry. It is great to see Keith excel in his career at IHG. I know it is, isn't it? No high school information. Only college. And that's Cornell University. Bachelor's in Science and Hotel Administration. Science. I don't know if that means anything, but I just thought I'd put that out there. Apparently, Christopher Marshall is under protection. So, overview of this, and I know this is very long. I just hope y'all just soak all this in and understand that David Friedman, I know I spelled that wrong. Help me out, Google. There you go. My nigga. Alright, so look. When you type in David Friedman, you get this face, which is an American economist, which is somebody else. And you got David Friedman's homepage. Apparently he has a page. My family, blah, blah, blah. Go back. And then you got the Wikipedia. The Wikipedia shows you this guy. Alright? Now, that particular guy, first of all, let's make this clear. This guy is transparent as fuck. You can see everything about him. It's no secret. Alright? And when you Google information about David Friedman, it's all about the U.S. ambassador. Majority of it. A good 90% of the information. Faced with Donald Trump and David Friedman, Jews must resist. I don't know what that's about. It's another link. Let's read that. I'm curious. Faced with Donald Trump and David Friedman, Jews must resist the toxic allure of tribalism. Alright. Friedman is a man who called liberal Jews far worse than capos. A reference to Jews. And let me show y'all something before we go. Hold on. I'm gonna look something up. I'm looking for the word. This was called. Anybody heard this word before? A Jewish name for a non-Jew is goy. Alright? Let's go in the Urban Dictionary. Hebrew and Yiddish for non-Jewish person, synonymous, with Gentile, usually neutral, despite persistent until untrue rumors that is derogatory. It should only be considered offensive when it is used in a context indicating that it is an insult, and or is said in a tone of disgust, much like the word Jew, plural, goyim. Alright. Let's go back, because it's only, there we go. In the Jewish scripture, nations, blah, 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 blah. Alright. Because, you know, from what I read in history about the word goy, it's a term where they could say that, you know, Jewish people have the right to lie to you if you're a goy. If you're not one of them, they can lie to you and it's acceptable. I'm not the first person that heard that, but I just thought I'd throw that out there, that there's some Jewish people behind a lot of this shit. It's people that run and invest these companies, from the Crown Plaza to the Memphis airport, from the airport Holiday Inn or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And the people who run these companies, man, they are part of a lot of shit. I know this has been extremely long, but this is a lot of research, and I want y'all to take heed to. There's a dead girl right now. It is. But at the end of the day, this particular individual is going through the same thing where they're harassing him and they're taking money from him to the point where I think Randy Craig had to move to Canada. Look at that. That's him and his wife. 5 years after fleeing to Canada, actor Randy Quaid is back in the United States and in custody. 65-year-old star of Kingpin and other popular movies.
Troubled actor Randy Quaid is making headlines.
Yeah, because I don't want no copyright infringement, you know. All right, here we go. Their detentions are the latest twist between a bizarre saga and court case claiming the Hollywood killers are out to get. Alright. The Quaids turned up in Canada in October 2010 after missing a California court appearance over felony vandalism charges. They were accused of doing more than $5,000 worth of damage to a property they once owned in Santa Barbara. But they announced that they were seeking asylum in Canada because they feared Hollywood star whackers were after them. Now, people, if you could act like this is not real, but it is. They describe the purported murderers as accountants, lawyers, and embezzlers. Keep that in mind, those three words. Accountants, lawyers, and embezzlers. And I just went through a whole bunch of companies and corporations who are accountants, lawyers, and embezzlers. The embezzler part is alleged, but we do know they're accountants and lawyers, investors, lawyers, accountants, all that shit. The embezzler part is rumored. But who they claim were responsible for the death of actor Heath Ledger, whom Randy Quaid appeared in Brokeback Mountain. Heath Ledger died in New York in 2008 from an accidental overdose of prescription drugs, according to authorities. Keep that in mind. They put according to authorities because they want to make sure that that's not the case of what we said. They want to say that that's what they said. See, remember, and this will be the end of it. Let's connect the dots.
Let's make a commitment. Let's not be like every other couple.
Remember this movie? Quick Change, 1990. Bill Murray, Gina Davis. Remember the movie? If you don't, hopefully this fair use. I can just use this trailer as an example. If you've never seen the movie, a lot of young people have never seen the movie, but let's tell you a good idea what this movie is about.
Well, on the IRT, will you rob a bank with me?
I will, Grim. I will.
Hey, I got 3 more minutes.
We're closed, bozo.
Let's not mess with me today.
What the hell kind of clown are you?
Decline on the inside count, I guess. Fill this up with regular, please. What's our perpetrator?
Average height, average build, red nose, and blue hair.
It was the perfect crime. Now, all they need to do is get to the airport.
Did we miss the expressway?
Getting farther away every second.
By car.
Oh, we're really making progress now.
I saw a sign, Phyllis.
You see that? He said, I saw a sign. Read that.
I'm out there shouting with glee. By cab.
Airport. Look.
Huh? Great. And why don't you take us straight to Sing Sing? There's a real camera.
See, in the movie, they had him going crazy like he was losing it. Keep that in mind.
By foot. By bus.
Do you go to the airport?
Near the airport. That isn't exact change.
You better get some help. You're becoming Ralph Craman's evil twin.
By midnight. Bill Murray.
All right, can we just calm down a little, please?
Gina Davis.
Well, we'll never make the flight. We'll have to sail a raft to Fiji like Thor Heyerdahl.
Please, God.
Randy Quaid.
We need a cab. One load.
We get a cab. I trip every time I see that part. Cause I remember the movie, Chris? They said they had the man really going fucking crazy. As if that's what they doing now, trying to make it like he's crazy. You see what I'm saying? And this is the last movie him and Bill Murray did together.
So easy getting in. No way out.
Easy getting in, no way out.
Major metropolitan comedy. Quick Change.
Was that our plane?
No. If it were our plane, it'd be crashing.
God, I hate this town.
If it were our plane, it'd be crashing. Well, Kenesha Jenkins' plane crashed in that hotel. And trust me, Bill Murray is one of the people that they want to make millions and millions and millions of dollars because the corporation is behind him. And the corporation is behind Crown Plaza. Like I said in another video, you can hang this whole investigative shit up. I stand by what I said about the autopsy. They're going to say she overdosed, went in the freezer, where there's no camera, there's no footage of it. You can hang that up too. And why would y'all want the footage? Hey, Chris, because I'm recording this. Why would they want video of her going in the freezer just so they can say that's not her? Or to say somebody pushed her there? Why would you want this video? You know it's going to be edited. You know it's going to be this guy in the black or the blue hoodie or white t-shirt. Because now they saying it's a white guy. And wait a minute, I thought the dude had a black hoodie. Now it's a white guy. But then on the other side, where she walks through the kitchenway, it's a guy with a blue hoodie. I mean, goddamn, like, they want to say it's the white man so bad and ignoring the fact that this shit go deeper than the white man. I just showed you, and this is a long fucking video. I showed you everything. Remember, Mike Larry. Shout out to Mike Larry. I'm going to put his channel in there, watch all his videos. He's done a lot of good work. I respect dude. You know what I'm saying? Straight up. But this is the shit he don't want to get into. And I don't blame him for that. He don't want to touch that. I get it. But don't be talking about the white man, bro. Like, you got to shut that shit up. You know, black power this, black power that. Okay, black power should have you scared of shit, right? Right? You know what I'm saying? This ain't no shot at dude. I'm just saying, for him to be like, I don't want to touch this. And I understand. You know, a lot of people don't want to touch this, but you also said that you need the nerds and the people who actually do the boring work, which is the research that you go deep into the rabbit hole of who owns what, who runs who works for him, who are these people behind closed doors. Share this video. Give me your thoughts. Now, P.S. I didn't want to add this in there because I didn't want to be mean. But I'm going to let it be known. From this day forth, people who have learned from this need to start educating their children about many things. See, you can talk about the evil of this particular race of people. Like I said in this video you've seen, it's bigger than one race. The 1% is not white people. I'm not going to go through that again. But let's educate our children who do eventually become adults that doing drugs, being around gang members, throwing up gang signs, and being all fashionista, and doing these dog faces, and, you know, I'm looking for attention on social media, dressing sexually, over-sexualizing our daughters, you know, doing splits on dicks and dancing and all this stupid shit. Because everything is about singing and partying and dancing and bullshit. Party and bullshit, like Biggie, right? Y'all gotta understand that if you haven't learned anything from any other video, in this video, I showed you what the 1% is doing. They're building corporations around the shit that you're doing. Instagramming, Snapchatting, Facebooking, buying clothes, getting your nails done, and all this shit. Because take a real good look. There's at least 10 to 12 different corporations associated in 3 of these photos. Am I lying? Am I making this up? I want y'all to think about how fashionized, if that's a word, how black people approach the idea of fashion. Look how they're standing on top of a car, throwing up gang signs and wearing weave and makeup and shades and clothes and nails and phones and, you know, program apps and looking like silly. And, you know, this is what our people, as black people, this is what we're doing right now. And we like to pretend until you hear another story like kenneka Jenkins or Eric Gardner or Philando Castile. All these different things. And you motherfuckers have not learned. You have to learn. When are you going to teach the generation that's growing up? Because, see, me as a 35-year-old, I don't give a fuck. I can stay wherever I want. I'm very aware of everything. But I have a son. I have to worry about, he's going to be 19 in 7 years. This can happen to him tomorrow. Anything can go wrong. Is anybody going to say, if the girl wasn't even doing drugs, number one, she would have never been in the situation she's in? We got to hold this girl accountable for the fact that she's doing drugs. I don't want to hear this shit about maybe they spiked her drink. Why are you drinking? You're not even 21. And let me be the one to say it. Her mother had the nerve to say, well, she can't hold a certain amount of liquor. Which lets you know she's allowed her daughter to drink. This is something she's probably done numerous times. Be gone for long periods of time, and you don't hear from her until the next day or later on. You can listen to the 911 call and notice that her mom didn't really give a fuck until she realized her daughter was really nowhere to be found. That's why I'm holding the mom accountable also. I'm holding the mom responsible because I think she's involved with all this shit that I brought to the table. That's more. You can look at other names, but you know, the police officer that was fired for not covering up, Crown Plaza is not trying to be a part of a murder investigation, especially when their manager is an attorney. Do y'all understand the power of attorney? Do y'all know what that is? The POA is nothing to fucking play with. Attorneys, judges, they got power. Remember, I'm getting tongue-tied. The judicial system is a very powerful system. No matter the race. Judges, district attorney, DA, all this shit is way more powerful. This is why you can go in a courtroom and you can't represent yourself. You can, but you take the chances of getting railroaded. Don't you understand there's an unfair system for a citizen, a guy that's a citizen in the United States of America? It's not illegal, it's just unfair. Nothing the government has in place is illegal. We talk about the police, we talk about all this shit. The police are not to protect and serve you. Don't cry for the FBI to help this case. Don't cry for the police to do their fucking job, because they're not. We've already understood that there's a cover-up. There is no justice. It's not going to happen. What we as people who have children that are about to grow up, or children that are already adults, and yourself, if you're 19 or 17 or 18 or 20 or 21, if you're watching this video right now, take caution. Be aware of your surroundings and be careful who you call your friends. This is elementary shit. We have learned that you don't do drugs, just say no, and be careful who your friends are. We learned this shit as children. We seem to forget as adults. Let's save the next life. Because before kenneka Jenkins happened, somebody could have avoided being the next one. Except her mother and her sister and all these other people. Because, you know, we're not going to talk about the fact that kenneka Jenkins ain't got no dad. She had no father. Because the father would have said, you're not going out. I don't give a damn if you're 19. Don't ever make me look like I'm the person that, approves of your behavior. See, a father is not going to be proud of what she done. Because this is not new. She hasn't started going to hotels just last week. She been doing that. Follow her Facebook page. She's been doing a lot of raunchy, sexualized things. Follow her Facebook page. Follow the paper trail. And she's in Chicago, one of the worst places to stay. Remember, this is a 4-star restaurant. I'm not 4-star hotel. I'm sorry. This hotel deals with rich people. It's upscale. It's 4 stars. It's one of the best hotels in the city. This is not where niggas go to get drunk, fuck, play around, and do drugs and lollygag. This is not that. Because maybe, just maybe, the person that's involved with this murder, maybe they're protecting them. And that particular individual might not have been in this video I spoke about. But best believe, they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody who's going to protect them no matter what. Because when there's corporations, and when there's attorneys involved, and when there's people of business means, somebody owes somebody a big favor. And what if that favor is an organ? What if it's a heart, a kidney, a lung? I'm going to end it with this. Black women made a joke about the Get Out movie when it came to black men dating white women, right? Forgive me if I hurt your feelings. Why haven't you black women said that kenneka Jenkins was in the sunken place? If you believe that a white person took her organs. Remember, the idea of hypnotizing the man in the movie was the sunken place. Being drunk around a multi-million-dollar business who brings in billions of dollars, maybe, maybe not, but close. Where they deal with billionaires and millionaires. You don't play around this type of shit. You take that behavior to a bullshit fucking apartment, or you take that shit to one of them $20 hotels. motel or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Go to the Econo Lodge, the La Quinta Inn or some shit like that. You don't take this type of behavior to the Crown Plaza. Let's learn from this. The case, fuck that. You ain't got no case. Nobody's going to jail. Nobody's going to be arrested. They're not going to say foul play. They can't afford to. Bill Murray's restaurant is on the way, and ain't a goddamn thing you niggas about it. And that's just the harsh, fucked up reality. It is what it is. Let's save the next life. That's all we can do. I'm out. Oh yeah, one more thing I forgot to say. Keep in mind, if the building has a restaurant, if a dead body is inside of the freezer where food is being stored, whether it be food stored there or not, the health department is supposed to automatically shut down the entire store or kitchen where this dead body has been placed for cross-contamination. It could be health reasons. It could be disgusting. They might have to tear the entire freezer completely out and replace it. You haven't heard anything about them closing down this place because there's a dead body there. They supposed to shut it down for temporary reasons, get people out of that building, not because of an investigation. You don't have to have an investigation, but when it comes to that kitchen, you're supposed to shut that shit down. And if you don't have a kitchen, people cannot eat there. And if people cannot eat there, people should not stay there. That's what's supposed to happen. Immediately, the money that the Crown Plaza is making, they're supposed to remodel that entire freezer. If it's a walk-in or whether it be storage, a storage refrigerator. Which we don't know if it's a big freezer or walk-in or sliding door or swing door. We don't know. One thing I can guarantee you, the health department does not want to hear a dead body in a freezer and not shut that place down. That is against the fucking law. It's against the law. They will shut down. Listen, check this out. There could be mice in a restaurant. And if the health department comes there and finds out that there were mice in your restaurant, they will shut down your building. There's a dead body in the freezer for 20 hours. 20 hours. And nothing has been done about it from the health department. I rest my case.